In answer to your question, Will, yes, I did ask Ed before I uploaded the footage in that last video, so don't worry. I don't know where to begin. It never rains, but it pours. I think Mary realised that it wasn't any good to stick around. The first thing Ed did was call Rory, who basically just confirmed it all. He knows about Rhea and Henry, hence why he's in Brighton and not London. Apparently they've been having an affair on and off behind his back since lovers' vows. Rory's mum has persuaded him to file for divorce, which I have to say is probably the best thing for him, even though he doesn't think that, because he's so lovesick that if Rhea asked him to forgive her, he'd probably do it in a heartbeat. But Rory's mum won't let that happen, and to her credit, neither will Rhea. At least she's doing the honest thing and admitting that it's over, which I think will hurt Rory less in the long run. I'm sure that even he knows by now that his feelings for her never really matched hers. So yes, a lot of sand has been kicked around in the Bertram sandbox this week, as you can imagine. Everyone is furious with Rhea, not least of all Mr. Bertram. It's all just a bit disappointing and embarrassing for him, really, and the rest of the Bertram siblings don't really know where to place their sympathy. Julia, as it turns out, had discovered that the affair was going on between Henry and Rhea when she went to go and visit them in London, but she was sworn to secrecy by Rhea. Considering the history between Henry and Julia, I'm surprised that Julia showed any kindness to either of them, to be honest, but I guess she's pretty loyal in her own way. Not that she's happy about the situation, because she's kind of been labelled as a co-conspirator by both her own parents and Rory's, which she isn't happy with at all. The only person with any real warmth for Rhea at the moment is Norris, because she keeps insisting that if Rory had been a better husband, then Rhea wouldn't have been encouraged to cheat. So essentially it's all Rory's fault. Sound logic as always. What all this amounts to is that Mr. and Mrs. Bertram have gone to see Rhea in London to smooth things over and, I assume, to bring her home. I mean, she can't stay there. The house is technically Rory's mum's and she's made her feelings abundantly clear. I don't know how to feel. I mean, I've seen a little more of Rhea's struggle than anyone else because of what I've caught on camera. She struggled to try and please everyone and herself, and she's more confused than she lets on, I think. But I still can't forgive her for what she did to poor Rory. Ed is walking around like a zombie at the moment. I mean, between the members of his family tearing each other apart and his breakup with Mary, I think his brain's just turned into a pint of hummus. He's ploughing through, though, in typical Ed fashion, trying to put a plaster on everyone's problems and being the sensible one. He's just about holding it together, but I get the feeling he's about to crumble at any moment, like a puppet that's had its strings cut. Sorry. Hello? What? Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, of course. You don't have to ring ahead to ask. You know I always want tea. So where's that tea then? You gonna bring some tea?
Oh, I went to the kitchen, turned on the kettle and put the tea bags in the mugs. I must have forgotten it. Do you want me to go and get it now?
No, it's alright. You do appreciate that it's your company and not the tea I appreciate, yeah?
My life is a lie.
How are you, Ed?
Yeah, I'm alright. Getting towards alright. My brain's just a bit fried. It's been a bit of a crazy week or so. I feel like I've reached the limit of the shit quota I can deal with.
So what's on your shit to deal with agenda today?
Well, I am currently trying to think about what's going to happen with Rhea and Rory. And then if I stop thinking about that for 5 minutes, I can get angry about Mary. And then, of course, there's the report that I need to do for school. The one that's really important. That is my job to do. And I was meant to hand in the beginning of last week?
The school won't mind about the report, and Ria is getting sorted. But as for Mary, I'm not really sure that I can advise.
I just don't really know how I feel about Mary, and I don't know whether that makes the situation more stressful or less stressful.
What do you mean?
Our relationship. I feel like I can't mourn for it. It's like the relationship was never there to mourn for in the first place. And what with Mary not being physically here, it sounds ridiculous, but it feels like I almost made her up. And the Mary that I was in a relationship with, it's like she's just become a ghost. And she was here, but she was never really here.
Do you feel like she wasn't truthful, or that she lied to you?
No, I mean, she never lied. If anything, she was really open and frank about how selfish and self-centered she was. I mean, I always thought she was just laughing or being self-deprecating.
I think she still is when she talks like that, even if she doesn't realise it.
I mean, she never exactly pretended to be someone else, but the Mary that I thought I was in a relationship with wouldn't have just skimmed over Tom's accident or Ria cheating on her husband. I mean, how can I be with someone that doesn't think that cheating is a big deal? And with Tom, she was laughing in that video. And Mary's not a cruel person, but she can just sometimes be so ignorant of how she's coming across. She just doesn't understand how much she hurts other people's feelings. I just need a bit more time to process everything. I'm still reeling over the phone call about Tom.
Yeah, but he's out of the woods now. That must make you feel a bit better.
Yeah, everyone feels better now, but my body hasn't quite caught up with my brain, if that makes sense. You know that feeling you get when you think you're about to trip and your stomach sort of clenches and just goes, ugh, and your brain knows you're fine. It's saying, oh, calm down, everything's going to be all right, you're not going to trip. But your stomach is still, that's the stage that I'm at. Sorry, I'm talking crap now, aren't I?
It's alright, you can talk crap. I'm happy to listen to crap.
There was a few moments after the accident that I genuinely thought Tom might die. And I thought, you must feel like that nearly all the time. What with Will being posted in dangerous places, I mean, it could happen any time.
I did think about it a lot when he first joined up, yeah.
How do you handle that? I mean, I felt like that for a week or so and I nearly fell apart. How do you keep it together?
I don't know. I don't think that I do.
I don't think I've ever asked you that. That's really bad. That's fucking awful. I just assume that you're okay.
It's alright. I mean, some people are talkers and some are listeners, and I'm a listener and I'm alright with that.
Thank God for that. Thank God for you, really. Did you hear about what Tom said when he first came round?
No.
We were at the hospital. You popped out for a bit. I don't know why, but he looked at me and he said, "When are you going to put that fluffy-haired girl out of her misery?" It's weird, isn't it?
Is it? What is?
I mean, I've been thinking
That's dangerous.
I've been thinking that over the past year or so, all the crazy pairings that have taken place and the one that arguably makes the most sense, and we've never even... It's weird, isn't it? Frankie, why have we never gotten together?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I just thought...
No, I do. I mean, you know I do.
I don't know anything. It's just from what Mary was saying about how you behaved around me.
Yeah, I bet she did.
Come on, I don't want to talk about Mary, but she said that you had some schoolgirl-like crush on me, which I didn't believe. I mean, you're not like the rest of us. If you ever fell in love with someone, you would know it, you would feel it, you would have to mean it. So I thought it was wrong. And then I came to see you in Portsmouth. I was really happy to see you. And I started to hope that maybe there was something. And I watched some of your videos.
Oh, no, don't. I can't bear it.
Franks, come on, say something. I'm confused. I didn't mean to surprise you.
No, it's not that. It's just...
If you felt something for me, why didn't you?
It just feels weird. It feels wrong.
That's the point. It doesn't. Over the past few months, I've been trying to be something that I'm not. Square peg, round hole. But this, it just feels so easy, so natural. This makes sense.
Makes sense. Good, great. That's just what every girl wants to hear herself described as by the man she's batshit crazy about. Oh, that Frankie, she's so just gosh darn sensible.
Come on, what's wrong?
No, you don't touch me. This is really, really unfair. You can't just call me the sensible option and then be baffled when I'm not exactly thrilled. I mean, you fell for Mary when it made 0 sense. There was no sensible reason to be with her, but she made you happy and shut up because she did. So no, I don't see a lot of value in being the sensible choice.
Okay, yeah, I did fall for Mary, but that was stupid. We were just so different. That was never going to work. But us, we're the same. We have inside jokes. We do the weird X-Men thing. I mean, we belong together, Frankie. I love you.
Don't you dare say that if you don't mean it.
I think it's the most honest thing that I've said in ages. I mean, for the past few years, we've both loved each other some way or other. We belong together, Frankie. I do love you.
I don't think that you do, Ed. I don't think that you do love me. I think that you're not speaking from a neutral place right now because your big brother almost died and your girlfriend broke your heart and you're having to rethink your whole life and you're sad and you're lonely and it's hard to know what you want when you're coming from that place, and I know because I've been there. I mean, Henry and I had nothing in common, but he was affectionate and kind and he acted like he wanted me, and it's tempting, it's so tempting when you're that lonely and somebody offers you that little slice of warmth. When I stepped back, I realised I didn't want to be with Henry, and I don't want to be this for you, Ed, because I don't think you do love me. I think you want to be loved.
That's not true, Frankie.
Yeah, it is. You're not thinking.
Good. I don't want to think anymore. I'm tired of thinking.
No. You need to stop talking because I just can't listen to it. I know that she broke your heart and you've been dragged through it with Tom and everything, but then you come to me and you with your big wounded animal act and your puppy dog eyes and you tell me you love me. And what am I meant to do with that, Ed? What is the right way for me to feel? I mean, all I want to bloody do is kiss you and touch you and tell you I love you, but I'm not going to.
Why not?
Because I don't believe you. Because you know how I feel and you're taking advantage.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Because you're sad and you're lonely and you think that I'll do. Because we're close and it's comfortable and we care about each other, but that's not enough for me. Because...
No. Because I've managed to claw back some of the self-esteem that I've lost over these past few years, and I won't let myself be your last resort. And just because I fell for you when I shouldn't have, it doesn't mean that you can just come crawling back to me whenever you feel like it, after treating me pretty horrendously for months.
Is that what you think of me? You think I would hurt you deliberately?
No, Ed! I don't think you'd hurt me deliberately, and that's the point. You've not spared me a second thought for months. You've been off finding yourself, and you thought I would be there on the shelf where you left me when you got back.
So you're just gonna shut me down? What, out of revenge? Out of spite?
No! Not out of spite, because I'm trying to protect my feelings, which are a bit fragile after a year of being put through the fucking blender, it might surprise you to know.
You can't make me out to be the bad guy just because I had a girlfriend.
That's not what I'm saying! You're not listening to me!
Well, I'm not a mind reader. How could I know what you were thinking? How long were you going to wait before you said how you felt? What, just wait until one of us is in a car crash?
Do you know what? Go away.
What?
Just go away. I can't.
I'm not going to leave it like this.
Just for now, please.
Please don't hate me.
I just can't.
You can't just hide up here away from everything.
No! This may be your daddy's hotel, but this is my space and I want you out of it.